Oh, no fucking way. We are live here on the Jersey Stench. God, that song sounds like me and PJ are getting married. Holy shit. We are live.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live right now.
Oh, shit. It's time to take the shirt off then.
But Tony asked me if we were ready to go.
Well, right,
He kind of whispered it.
PJ's not on yet. Hang on.
Oh, he's not
I'm
on?
not on armor yet? Oh, I already took the shirt off. They already missed the big reveal. God damn. Well, now my tits are out and I feel like a slut.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, right. You can't start with them out. You gotta make them wait at least like 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah, no, I'm putting the shirt back on.
Just to take it off again?
Yep.
All right. I mean, you could do that. I mean, you just Bert Kreischer'd our guest right now.
I
hope you realize
listen, I
that.
feel accepted now and very comfortable.
Good. I'm glad you feel very comfortable, my good man.
Yeah.
Dude, we are live on Governor's Comedy Club podcast on Gov's Radio
There's some
here
fucking talking. Oh,
in
thank you,
Levittown, Long Island, New York. That's what the fuck we're talking about.
So what the fuck we're talking about today?
Hey.
Hey, man. And our friend Ryder is back in the studio. I'm not going to pretend like you're not here.
Ryder? I hardly
you know
even
that.
know her.
But, dude, I'm excited for the guest that we got on today. I've been looking forward to this for months. This man wasn't able to link up right away because he was going through 16 countries recently. He was just telling me about it.
Johnny fucking Big Shot. Okay.
It was only supposed to be
that's me.
16 days, and it turned into 16 countries.
We turned into one country for each day.
Pretty much. Well, it turned into
And one
2.5
day
months.
turned into a few more.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, we got James of Carousel of Entertainment. He is in the building.
What up, James? How
Happy
we
to be
doing,
here.
baby?
Thank you.
Dude, how you doing? How you living? How's life, man?
Life's great. Life's great. We started the company 3 years ago in May, and we've grown to over 12,000 followers on social media, and
Yeah,
we're
man.
doing a lot of really great things, so it's awesome.
Yeah, man. You've been doing it up. But first, we got to talk about some of the countries that you were at over, you said about 2.5 month time span, like around that?
Yeah, April 8th to June 14th.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
incredible.
You were living, man. Talk to us about it.
Yeah, so, for about 3 years now, okay, let me go back for a sec. So I was always a guy who, I'm very like a creature of habit, right? So like
Right.
I'm used to, going on cruises, going to the Bahamas,
God bless.
going down to Disney. You guys Disney fans?
Of course, I am a Disney fan.
Yo, listen, I
It's a
went to
big Disney
last
fan
year.
right there.
I went to Disney last year. I got a brother with
This is why
Down.
we're happy to have you here with the Encanto bag. That's
The
right.
one that's embarrassed
Listen, bro,
of us,
I got a brother
clearly.
with Down syndrome and a brother with autism, so we skipped all the lines.
Good for you.
God bless
They've
America.
gotten tougher on that now, I think.
No, they have. So now, so what they used to do is like rich white people used to hire autistic people to come to them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll pay for your Disney trip. I don't give a shit, but like, just let my kids skip the line. You get to go on the rides too." Like, listen, if I had Down syndrome, I'm sorry, I'm getting Disney for free. I get to go on rides for free and skip the rides. That's a great bargain, and it lets the people skip the lines.
And
But
if the rich people are including benefits with that, those people probably need them.
exactly,
Yes.
you got dental or some shit.
I'm just putting that out there.
No,
right.
but now it's you get 2 neurotypical people per special needs person. But
Oh, there's like a package now?
Oh.
no, it's a whole thing. So my brother with Down syndrome, he got me and my sister in, and then my brother with autism got my mom and her girl in. So it worked out for the best.
Okay.
We had the perfect number. We had the perfect ratio of neurodivergent to neuro.
But then when it's like the 5 of
Neurotypical.
you, and the 5 of you are going on, let's say, Space Mountain or Thunder Mountain, who's the person sitting by themselves?
listen,
It's 2, 2, and 1.
I feel like if I was just in the mix, it would be me.
I just had to make my eyes look a little tiny for a little bit, and they just believed me.
He just had to cross one of them for a second, pretend like he had a lazy eye.
I just had to cross my eyes and grab my brother's little Grover toy and be like, "I love Sesame Street," and then they were like, "Yo, I'm gonna get on the ride."
I teach swim lessons for a living, right? I'm a swim instructor.
Okay.
I actually have a kid that's like that and actually brings his toys
God bless
into
him.
the lesson.
God bless that kid.
Like, I have stuff that floats just fine, but, like, there's always a Grover or an Elmo.
Perfect.
My godson loves Cookie Monster. He's all about Cookie Monster.
God bless.
Now we
I like
have-
Cookie Monster ice cream.
I mean, listen, I love Mickey Pops. And let me tell you how much I love Mickey Pops.
Let's talk about it.
Not as much as I love Mama Celeste pizzas for one, since I was a kid, but I love Mickey Pops. So, okay, you ever have like a Mama Celeste pizza for one? No. Okay, because it's garbage, right? It's not real pizza. It's not real pizza. But my grandma used to buy them. And, you know, they're like $1 a piece at like the grocery store. And she would have them down in her refrigerator. We would have them like as like a little lunch, as a little snack. Well, one day, I'm like now an adult. I'm like 16, 17 years old.
Right.
And they now have a label on them, 100% real cheese.
Yeah.
And Mom brings them home, and I go to try it, and it tastes like absolute garbage. I'm a very picky eater. So I said, listen, this is garbage. We need the fake cheese, not the real cheese. Well, finally, this goes on for a couple months. Mom comes home. She's like, there is no more fake cheese. It's only 100% real cheese. And I go, if I have to go to the supermarket, you're going to regret it. And she said, no, you're not going to be able to find him. You need to grow up. You're like 17 now, whatever. Well, okay, I love a challenge. Went to like 9 supermarkets. Finally, I'm out in like Hauppauge. Find a supermarket, which is like way out east on the island. If you guys don't know. Exactly, Bumblefuck.
Yeah, that's far.
And I go into the supermarket and I find like 2. And I said to the guy working, I was like, hey, do you have any more of these? He's like, unfortunately, I've only got the old ones. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, I only have the ones that aren't the new, like with the real cheese. I'm like, how much you got? He goes, oh, a pallet. I'm like, I'll take it. He said, do you have like a truck? I'm like, yeah. He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, I got like a Sorrento. He goes, no, you need like a truck to take a pallet home. I'm like, I'm taking the whole fucking pallet. I did. I did. From passenger seat to back seat and to the back of the truck. The whole thing was Mama Celeste pizzas. I got home and I had to go to PC Richards, which is right here across the parking lot, buy a new freezer. We filled up that freezer, the freezer. We had a chest freezer, grandma's freezer downstairs, and the neighbors. And then, lo and behold, years later, Mickey Pops, which you can't get outside of Disney World.
Right, I got some.
They come out with a limited edition where they come out with them. I bought all those and refilled the freezers with those.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you do love Mickey Pops.
I do. I'm a Mickey Pop guy.
I was wondering where that was going, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I brought it home.
No, listen, I'll be honest. No, that reminds me. You were talking about fake cheese and real cheese. And, you know, I was watching, what was I watching?
Before we lose the freezer, can I, like, make a comment on this?
Go ahead, John.
Because, like, my sister-in-law, her brother, he's getting married, and like they're like about like 4 months out, like they have nothing planned. They just have the venue, no DJ, like nothing really booked for it. They haven't sent any invitations out. Nothing's really happening for it. Like they don't have catering. They're planning to cook for like 100 people.
They're gonna cook?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's insane.
They're gonna do it. They said they're gonna do it, and you had me thinking of the fridge. I'm like, where the fuck are they gonna put all this shit? Even if they do,
I have a couple of extra freezers that are no longer being used.
All I'm gonna say is
no more Mickey Pops.
No, those shits are all gone. They're all gone.
You finished them all?
I lived in Long Beach for 7 years, so I just moved out of it last October. So I needed those Mickey Pops to stay cool.
Oh,
Fair.
okay, got it.
all I'm gonna say, Brecko, is I volunteer to help cook. I'll put on the bandana, the apron, and be like, "Oh yes, Miss Lord, I'll help you, sir." Let me stop.
James has got a freezer now, so
A couple of freezers.
it might actually work out.
I just would not advertise that they are going to be cooking themselves. Because if I was a guest to that
that's
wedding
insane.
and I knew that ahead of time, I would immediately take half the gift away. Because I would be like, if you're the one doing the cooking, you don't deserve all that much. I mean, I want some good food when I come. Unless they're good. Are they good cookers?
I don't fucking know.
Listen,
I actually have no idea.
I don't know. So as I was saying before, I'm a creature of habit. We've come full circle now. So that's what I was always used to doing. And then a few years ago, I had a chance to go to Italy for the first time.
Okay.
Went to Rome, fell absolutely in love with Florence, and have wanted to go back
she
ever
have good
since.
pussy?
You know,
It's Florence, man.
it was Florence,
Yo,
very
dude.
artistic city. Have you ever seen Medici?
I heard Florence got a
No, I
wop.
haven't.
Medici was a series on Netflix. They recently pulled it, but it is an easy binge watch. It's 3 seasons. If you like Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, you want to watch this show, and it's all based on a true story. And the season 2 finale of that show is the most epic season finale of any show you will ever watch.
What's the show called?
Okay.
Medici.
Medici.
It's about the Medici family from Florence. They were the bankers to the Pope. They kind of ran and built ancient Florence.
Fucking Medici.
Just incredible, Medici, a little here, a little there. But it was incredible. It was incredible to be in Florence and see everything firsthand.
Ah, that's awesome, man. You want to know something? Abby's a big fan of Game of Thrones.
No shit.
So I think she might like it. Because she got through, like, the entire series.
That's his wife.
So.
They're so cute and beautiful together.
Yeah, well, Abby's a beautiful name.
Yeah. I mean, I would think so.
Yeah.
No,
See-
dude, no, I truly love them because their love is just as sweet as like a third grade couple with Down syndrome. It's just, it's so,
See-
it's the sweetest, most loveliest little thing you'll ever
Here,
see.
because
God bless them.
Well, here's the thing. So I don't know if you checked out like the YouTube channel, which by the way, we just hit 2,700 subscribers.
Congratulations.
Put that out
That's what I'm
there.
talking about, baby. Hard work and determination. And
Tony used to clap for that. He doesn't care so much anymore.
listen, bro.
Shout out to
these-
Tony. Shout out to Tony.
That's right. But I do like wrestling shorts like all the time, and then I'll put like a joke at the end of it. And there's this one character that they just came up with.
Ayo.
Because like you remember The Undertaker, right?
Of course.
Subscribe, motherfucker.
So there's like this, there's like this like creepy, scary like horror group now. They're called the Wyatt Six.
Yep.
And one of the characters is called Abby the Witch. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck with Abby so hard in that post. Dude, right? Dude, it's a hot wench summer. Abby said it herself.
Hot one summer. That's what I'm talking about.
Like, come on, bro.
And you would think the only reason they're calling her Abby the Witch is because they're saving the sister Abigail for Alexa Bliss. You'd agree, right?
I forgot you're a
Alexa
wrestling
Bliss
fan. Now
sounds
I
like-
remember.
See, there you go. There you
Alexa
go.
Bliss
Dude.
sounds like she's number 5 on Pornhub.
Yo, right?
If she was on Pornhub, she'd be number 1. I'll tell you that right now. Not number 5.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was hanging out with my dad the other day, and he went to go look up something on Safari, and I saw, and you know how when you go on Safari and there's the recently searched, I saw there was a ChatterBait thing there.
I don't even know what ChatterBait is.
ChatterBait's a porn website.
Oh, okay.
So I see the ChatterBait thing, and I go, oh, you're a ChatterBait man. 'Cause he's my dad. I'm busting his balls. And he goes, no, dude, just pops up on my phone. I was like, I know.
It just
I know what
pops
happened.
up.
It only pops up when you're on Pornhub, god damn it. And I got him good.
Yeah, like, come on now. What
Got it.
what else would that be? Like, why else would that just pop up there?
Can we circle back to freezers and frozen food?
I mean, we can, but, like, there was 16 countries. We've left 15 of them out.
We did.
Dude, we got a whole hour.
That's
I
true.
know we
That's
do.
true.
We got a lot of time for frozen food. We got a lot of time for countries. We got a lot of time for wrestling talk. And we got to make sure we get into Carousel of Entertainment and how that came about. So he is the guest. I'm going to let him pick wherever he wants to go with it. SummerSlam did just happen.
It did.
A lot of things happened for
Great
you
show.
recently. So, I mean, options are open for you, man. Any one of these directions sounds pretty good right now.
You know what? We'll get through the 16 real fast, and then we'll move on to whatever you guys want.
Well, just talk to us about like a couple more, and he
Yeah.
can talk about his frozen food.
So I've been wanting to do this for a couple of years, and basically there's a 16-day transatlantic cruise that leaves out of New York. It usually leaves in the spring. In this case, it left the day of the eclipse. And you go out of New York, and you cruise to Portugal, down to Spain, through Italy. And up until the day of, I was not going to go. I was really hesitant about it. You're going by yourself. It's
Yeah.
whatever. And I loved it that by day 3, I extended the trip another 11 days, cruised through Croatia, went through all of southern Italy, came back up, finished in Barcelona, spent, I think it was 5 days in Barcelona, ended up flying over to Paris, spending some time there, then hopping on a 12-day Baltic cruise, hitting up a ton of countries there, then heading down to, I flew from Stockholm to Athens, did all of southern Greece,
did
Mykonos,
say-
Santorini, all that. Back up to Croatia, did Split, because the first time
Yeah.
I had only done Dubrovnik. But and that's where Game of Thrones was,
Croatia?
Croatia.
Oh,
That's where
wow, I
Game
didn't
of
know
Thrones
that.
was shot, yeah. So went on a Game of Thrones tour. It was really cool. They showed you everywhere where all the different scenes happened and whatnot. So just incredible experience.
Wow.
And now in September, I leave again. In September, from mid-September to October, I'm going to be doing Hawaii,
Nice.
Tahiti, Fiji, French Polynesian, New Zealand, and Australia.
I actually know somebody that's moving to Hawaii.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it was somebody whose kids I taught, but yeah.
No,
I
I've never
just saw them
been.
the last
I
time,
can't
so.
wait to go. I've
God
never
bless.
been. Can't wait.
Honolulu women in grass skirts and fire.
See, he likes the fire part.
I mean, I like fire too. When
That's
I go camping,
that's the autism kicking in.
when I
It
go
really
camping,
is the autism kicking in.
I'm the guy who's like randomly walking around. And they're like, "Why? What are you looking for? Something to throw in the fire?"
Yes.
I want to burn.
Yo, hold on, but the best is when you find a little stick that fell off a tree and they got dead leaves on the little sticks.
Oh,
that's
those
connected
things
to
are gonna
it,
light right
and then
up.
you pop it in the fire, and then it got the little snap crackle pop.
Yeah.
By the way, if a pussy ever snap crackle pops, you gotta get her checked for breast cancer. That's a life hack.
You guys didn't grow up on Long Island, right?
No.
No.
No,
So Long
Jersey.
Island, like when I was younger, we used to go to like a teenager. We used to go to Gilgo Beach because Gilgo Beach had like we would do like bonfires on the beach at night, like a bunch of teenagers, young people.
hell
You know
yeah.
about that?
I'm from the Bronx, so yeah.
You're from the Bronx, so you know.
Bong
And
rips in the sand.
you
Nothing
know,
wrong
and
with
you
it.
know, everyone's drinking and crazy, you know, and they would throw stuff in this big fire pit. Well, one day somebody took a can of Right Guard deodorant that was completely full and threw
fuck
it
off.
in. And I remember saying to my buddy James Eastman, I was like, that's probably a bad idea. And, you know, because everyone's sitting so close to the fire. And next thing you know, you see this green light in the middle of the fire because the can started to melt and it started to get close to the whatever was in there. And I'm starting to tell people, you know, you should back up. You should probably back up. And no one's really listening. And next thing you know, this thing popped. And no one got hurt, thank God. But,
Yeah.
you know, just crazy when you start just throwing stuff into flames. You know?
I love throwing.
Yeah, because you got that one person that's going to throw that axe bottle in there.
Yeah, exactly. So so that was my trip, and it was good. It was
I'm a big
time.
fan of sacrificing small game to the Lord when when I have a bonfire.
Like the axe bottle spray. That's you?
Yeah. The axe body spray and my little small fishies I catch when I'm camping.
Oh, nice, dude. No, but I remember there was this one bonfire I did. I was like 17, and there was this guy who he had just come back from Afghanistan at the time, so he had like it was hard for him to hear loud noises and stuff like that, like stuff that sounded like gunfire, like fireworks was tough. And I remember somebody threw like the Axe body spray in there. I guess I forget who it was, but like it popped real loud, like the fire went everywhere. And he just started, like, running off. We couldn't find this man for, like, an hour.
Oh, man.
We were like, yo, where did he go?
Yo, dude, can you imagine if he was watching Fox News when they tried to assassinate Trump, dude? He probably hid under a desk for like 3 days.
He's probably trying to get the spot next to Trump.
I was
Dude.
at a gig when that happened, and you know, usually my older brother knows all the political stuff before I do, and I found out and called him, and yeah, that was crazy.
Listen, when I found out, my mom walked in on me jerking off. She was like, "Yo, Trump just got shot," and then I was like, "What?" And then I came, and then I watched.
Jesus Christ.
Happens.
Oh, my God.
We got a caller, by the way.
We do.
Yeah, caller. Oh
I
my
didn't know
gosh,
we
who
could
could
get
it be?
callers.
The caller
Is there a
came
number?
too.
Okay.
All right, caller, you're on the
What's up,
line.
caller?
Who is this?
Hey, Johnny boy.
There
Oh,
he is.
my
can't
other
hear who
Johnny
it is.
boy. It's
I
Johnny
gotta put these on. I
Lambros.
can't hear who the heck was
Johnny
talking.
Lambros in the house today. PJ talking about coming, and Johnny Lambros is on the scene.
Yo, I
Hey,
cummed
who-
and then he came.
That's right.
I
who-
cummed, he came, we kicked his ass. Is that how the saying goes?
He came, he saw, he called in.
Something like that.
And I don't know if my memory serves me right. Did I hear you on the air talking about Axe body spray?
Yes.
Yes, we did. We talked
You
about
know that
throwing it
shit-
into fire.
You know that shit never works, right?
What, like the actual like cologne?
Yeah, it never works.
That's why
Never
you throw it into fire so it explodes,
Yo,
man.
what the fuck are you doing calling in to talk shit on Axe body spray?
I don't.
Fuck.
I don't
let me-
think.
Dude,
I don't think the one
Let me-
you rub works, but I think the spray.
let me tell you something. The only way you're gonna get lucky with a chick using Axe body spray is if you spray it in her eyes and drag her in an alley.
Or if it's a lesbian, they like Axe body spray.
That's more like pepper spray, Johnny. That's supposed to be for you.
Hey, don't put my secrets out there.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you get Axe body
happened
spray
to
and
go-
pepper spray mixed up, sir.
Yo, listen,
Okay, guys.
why do we keep relying on these technological advancements? Whatever happened to good old chloroform? Like, whatever happened to good old...
This guy.
The good old days.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Don't you fucking dare try to do the Tony fucking Soprano.
Best show ever, right?
Listen, it's
Greatest
the
show
best
of all
fucking
time.
show in the world.
Hey, man, we're bringing our Jersey stench here into Long Island. You know how
Goddamn
it
All
is.
right,
fucking
Zach. What we talking about? What?
No, we were talking about throwing Axe body spray into fire.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, instead of sacrifices, we're going the axe route. And since you don't like it, you'll do it. You'll do it too.
Yo, Johnny, if you had 3 months to live, what's the worst crime you would commit and why?
Oh, murder instantly.
but who?
No thought whatsoever.
Who would you murder? Don't answer that. You'll be put on a list.
Nobody. Well, let's put it this way: it's nobody you would know.
Okay.
Listen, one time.
Can I take a guess?
I'm not going to let you know if you're right, but go ahead.
Is it somebody in the wrestling industry?
I'm not answering that. Continue.
Listen, I was in middle school at a time, obviously, and there was this friend. I'm still friends with him to this day. He got kicked out of school. He got expelled because someone asked him, what's the perfect day look like to you? And he said, if I would have a gun with 3 bullets, I'd shoot Obama, I'd shoot Trump twice, and then I'd go fishing.
Well, you know what?
What are we doing?
The other
Well, I don't know. We started talking about murder, and it just kind of went there.
That's true.
the other
it's
person
the
beat him,
flow.
so it works out.
Listen, this room has a heavier flow than my girl on her bad days. It's this is a fun spot.
I'm having a great time.
Anyways, before that, we were talking about Croatia and Game of Thrones.
Yes.
These are all things that would happen on Game of Thrones. It works out.
Is he still on the
Incest?
line, or am I putting this down?
Yes, he's still on the
Oh,
line.
okay. So I'll stay here so I can. Do you have any questions about the 16 countries, Johnny?
About what?
About Croatia, Italy.
Greece, Spain.
They have a lot of cats in Greece.
They
Do that?
They do.
Yeah, a lot of stray cats in Greece.
Really?
They do.
Oh, yeah. People feed them all the time.
Is that why they have less sex workers? Do the cats just kind of replace that for the Greeks?
I mean, maybe if people get off to feeding cats, sure.
No.
I wouldn't know.
No, Greek people fuck cats. I'm making that live right now. Greek people had sex with cats. I'm putting that out there.
It's happening right now. Johnny's moaning.
It's happening. No, it's happening right now. Right now, we're sitting here, nice and comfortable and privileged in this beautiful studio, while there are poor cats in Greece getting fucked.
While PJ...
And Johnny is at CVS buying axe that he can go throw in the
Exactly.
fire when he gets home.
And you know what? They never tell the female cats this, but male cats have barbed dicks.
That's
Did you just hit a Trump impression while you said that?
I
It
have
was a pretty decent Trump
Listen, I
impression.
try my darndest. I try my best to do a Trump impression. What I gotta tell you is that cats with penises, they have spikes on their dick, and they don't tell the lady cats. They don't tell them, but they have spikes on the dick, and when they have sex, it hurts the pussy. It hurts the pussy's pussy. It's a double pussy squared.
This has just turned into a conspiracy theory video.
Make it pussy cubed. Take a woman, shove a cat up her pussy. That's what we call pussy cubed.
So who's
That's the craziest shit I've ever heard him say during a Trump impression. I've heard him say some shit on his Trump impressions too.
God bless America.
Yo, can you continue this as Tony Soprano? Just like keep going.
just go from impression to impression.
No, like continue this like they fuck cats in Greece conspiracy. Go from Tony Soprano, then Peter Griffin. And then you can end it with Obama.
Oh my God, Lois, your pussy's feeling like a real pussy tonight. Oh my God, Lois, you feel like the cat down the street. You're almost as furry as her too, shaved.
Dude, listen, if you don't think that Glenn Quagmire has had sex with a cat, you're out of your fucking mind.
We
If you don't think
Well,
that
look,
Glenn
I mean,
Quagmire
Quagmire,
has
he
had
fucked off
sex
top.
with a cat,
Come on.
you have not binge watched all 23 seasons of Family Guy. When the fuck will it end? When will it end? When the fuck will it end?
Well,
You look like you're being tortured.
no.
No,
Yes!
not him.
Family Guy-
Not you, him.
OG Family Guy has been the best, but now it's all just fucking.
See,
Well,
The
listen,
Sopranos-
I think if J.D. Vance can fuck a couch, I think this guy can fuck a cat.
Listen, if you haven't fucked a couch, you're not a true white person. It's part of the oh, you want to be white because everyone chooses, right? That's how it works. I don't really remember.
Part of the culture now.
Yeah, it's part of the
It's when
culture.
you sign up
Couch
for
fucking.
it's really when you sign up for your college applications. It's like,
Well, no,
okay, where
well-
can I get the most money?
well, no,
what do I
Yeah.
gender? What do I want to be? What nationality do I want?
Because too many crackerish YouTubers, whenever they hit 1 million subscribers, and then they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck kids now," and now so that's coming down on the white man. They think we're all pedophiles. So now we gotta establish ourselves.
Damn
as
it,
couch
Mr. Beast.
fuckers. We have to be couch fuckers now.
All right.
Because couches is
Who's the
weirder than
golfer?
kids. Well, kids is worse, but couches is weirder.
Meh.
Yo, who's
Yeah.
the golfer? In
Can we all
tennis?
agree on that? Fucking kids is bad. It's the worst. It's terrible, and you should never. If you're out
Never
there,
mind.
you're thinking about fucking a kid. Don't do it. It's bad. I'll kill you. I'll put me on a list. I'll go to jail. You see that dick that's in your pants? I'll take a knife and I'll fucking 1,000-degree knife that shit. Just fucking-
You know, when you run for Congress in 20 years,
I'll
this
win.
video is going to resurface.
He's gonna win.
You know, yeah,
He's gonna
this
win.
video will resurface that I have forever been against pedophilia.
You know, he's gonna.
It's bad. It's bad.
I mean, but it's not as bad as fucking a couch, right?
Listen, people can disagree on abortion, they can disagree on gun rights, but we can all get together and rally behind that fucking kids is bad.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
You know,
that's fair.
And furniture is
For
not
all of
healthy.
the divisiveness in this country, we can all get behind. If it's under 18, R. Kelly can do it, but no one else, no one else can do it.
Blaze in jail now, so
Yeah, thank God they don't have people under 14 in jail.
yeah. That's a good thing. Now he could get treated like he's under 14.
But my body is
I don't want to hurt nobody.
That's somebody who's been looking up lyrics.
God bless you, Johnny.
It sounds like it. It sounds
Well, yeah,
like
no, he's calling in. He got a listen. He got that cheat sheet. You're telling me you never
Yo,
been on a
right?
Zoom call and you got another tab opened up?
Dude, I guarantee you he opened up that tab as soon as you mentioned him.
Yeah.
He
No,
was
I
ready.
actually know the song.
I don't know which is worse, Johnny.
Knowing an R. Kelly song. Okay, listen. Here's my thing. When is it going to be okay to listen to R. Kelly again? Because
I still listen to R. Kelly. What are you talking about?
well, no, because listen. Here's my
From
thing.
his correction means go to his victims.
Okay,
Oh, is that true?
Oh, well, that's good.
Allegedly, I'm not.
Oh, I'm going to rock
Oh,
out
then
there.
I
I believe I
think
can
it's a
fly when I
little-
get in the car.
I think it's a little racist because R. Kelly pees on 14-year-olds. He's going to jail. But listen, I'm telling you right now, if it came on Fox News tomorrow that Taylor Swift is squatting over 13-year-old boys and pissing, you know all those white bitches would say, "Oh, if Taylor's doing it, there must be something to it."
Some of them, yeah.
Dude, these ponytail bitches are crazy.
Yeah.
I hung out with
some
one-
of them are psycho.
I hung out with one of them sexually for a month. They're nuts. I listened to All Too Well, Taylor's version, 10-minute version, goddammit.
And by the way,
And it was good pussy. But
when people
But-
people request
it was not worth it.
when we do a karaoke night and people request that 10-minute version,
Fucking kill
they
yourself
get
before you listen.
3 minutes unless they're like above a 7 in terms of like how good they can sing.
Dude.
If they're above a 7, they can actually like in terms of how they can sing, then they can do the whole 10 minutes.
Oh,
but
wow.
10 minutes is a long freaking time to be singing karaoke.
Can I
Yeah,
do Fuck Her
no, it
Gently
is.
by Tenacious D at one of your karaoke
But then again,
spots?
10
You
minutes
absolutely
can feel
can.
like
If people
5
could sing
seconds.
Cold 45, you can sing that.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Cold 45 and 2 zigzags. Baby, that's all we need. We can go to the park after dark, smoke that tumbleweed.
And
With
if
the
the
marijuana burn, we can take our turn singing them dirty rap songs. Stop and hit the ball like Cheech and Chong. Sell tapes from here to Hong Kong. So roll your joint. Pick out the seeds and stems. Feel high as hell like Coop Palm Dam. Skating all day in rims.
Wow, that was very good.
Hell yeah.
You guys don't even need
Curtsy.
the backup vocals. That,
Yo.
that was really good.
Yo,
Oh,
dude.
dude. I memorized this in college. 'cause
Yeah, no.
I know someone who knew it, and it was so funny.
You know, John and my our third 21st chromosome synced up real quick right there.
You know, next Thursday
For those
night,
of you who don't have a big brain, that's a Down syndrome joke.
next Thursday night, you know, there is a karaoke over. I feel like you guys need to come and sing that song.
I mean, what time does it start?
Karaoke starts like 10 o'clock at night. You'll probably already be home by then.
I mean, I get off of work at 9, so I wouldn't even be there till like midnight.
Well, it goes.
And while
to
we're
midnight.
at
We
it,
can
next
squeeze you.
Saturday night,
Squeeze me in for the end just to drive 2.5 hours back.
I'm doing
Hold on, what
comedy
did
with
you
a
say
bunch
about
of naked
McGuire's?
couples over the age of 40 next week. I can't do that.
Johnny said something about McGuire's. Hold on one second.
God bless swingers
I talked
conventions.
over you. I'm sorry.
Next Saturday night, August 17th, at McGuire's Comedy Club in Bohemia. You can see this fat, ugly fuck named Johnny Lambros get up and do some comedy.
Yeah, that's
Tickets are
right.
on sale now
He's
at
funny.
Jumps.com.
Yeah, no, Johnny Lambros is fucking hilarious. You guys should definitely go check him out at McGuire's August 17th. Make sure you guys get your tickets over, what's the website again?
Jumps.com, baby.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo.
Dubs.com.
Women that are out there, you should go see Johnny Lambros, because you know what? A lot of women don't know this. Fat dudes can lay pipe. Hit him up. And I'm
It's not wrong. I can vouch for that.
Listen, fat dudes can lay pipe. It hurts a little bit, but you got to be a good girl. I'm going to stop.
Are you really laying pipe if it doesn't hurt a little bit? What?
Mine's like back.
What's about that? Something's
Mine's
about
like
that.
That was
Bloodburger.
right.
Quick prick
Oh,
and you
okay.
finish.
Oh,
All right.
okay. Not anywhere near as bad as I thought.
Yeah, no, I thought that was going to be worse still.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know what was happening
And
there.
now he's leaving the studio.
Yeah, but anyways, now we don't have anybody talking about fucking cats in Greece.
And
So.
Down syndrome and all
But
that.
Who's this? Wait, who left the studio?
PJ left the studio, but there's a lot we could talk about here. There's SummerSlam that just happened, and this guy that we have on the show is actually a former pro wrestler himself.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and no, not Johnny. James is a wrestling fan. James is a
Oh.
fan.
Fan, yeah.
Yeah. You're the
Oh,
pro
I
wrestler,
thought-
Johnny.
I thought you were saying the guy who looks like a golfer is also a wrestler himself.
He's a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a
Oh.
pretty good gimmick for him.
What's your name, buddy?
James, I feel like I'd be a better manager than wrestler for sure. Maybe a
Okay.
GM. Maybe a GM.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, if you were to wrestle, like, I feel like a golfer gimmick would make sense.
I can see it.
You know what I mean?
I'd like to be kind of like an authority type figure.
Yeah. No, I mean, it could still work, like the whole golfing shtick.
True.
Listen, honestly, you might be able to bring Kerwin White back, and you might be able to make a success thing out of it.
Maybe.
Good Lord. Dude, Dolph Ziggler should come back and be your caddy all over again.
that would be. Is he still doing TNA? What was he
He's
doing?
the champ in TNA right
He is
now.
the champ of TNA. Well, that's
Yeah,
good.
I think he just became it at Slammiversary, if I remember correctly. What I think they should do is I think they should turn him heel and put the belt on Joe Hendry.
You have to. Joe Henry
my
is
God,
the
he's
face
so good.
His name
of
is
so much of
He
wrestling right
Elvis.
now.
Dude, like, big
He
ups to
said it,
Joe
he appeared.
Henry.
You see that? He just.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Do you know that song?
Oh, okay.
Damn, it was
got
trending, bro.
It was.
That guy is. That guy
Beat your
is
girl
over
Taylor
like a
Swift on the
motherfucker.
UK pop charts. It really did.
Listen, I'm
If my
having,
girl listened to Taylor Swift, I would.
but I
beat
gotta
her.
be honest. I've done a couple of YouTube shorts, and I've mentioned Joe Henry's name, and he hasn't appeared on any of them, so I'm having a hard time believing in Joe Hendry right now. Am I wrong for this?
You know, I just think that he's dragging out this theme song pop-up gimmick a little too long. I think he actually needs to start getting behind like a serious storyline if it's actually going to work, right? But I think as NXT goes into the CW, if they
CW.
sign him, he could really be a big.
I think
Player for them.
I think you're right about TNA. I think in NXT, I think he can drag it out a little more because like he just got there. Like they just
Yeah.
found out who the best Joe in Scotland is.
But if you're a diehard fan of NXT, you're probably watching TNA and AEW and all
Yeah,
those other ones too.
there's a chance you might be watching TNA
Yeah.
if you're an NXT fan.
Yeah. Now, are you a fan of AEW?
I am a fan of AEW. I watch a lot of the clips though.
Yeah. Like if we were talking about the one person to murder, like would that be Tony Khan so the product would actually get better or what? Or do you believe
Tony
in
Khan is a mark.
I mean, that's probably true.
We're starting wrestling beef on Jersey Stench.
That's right.
God bless.
I love it. I mean, I don't know. I feel like outside of kayfabe, like I have to go with that. Obviously, storyline kayfabe, you got to go with the scumbag MJF.
Oh yeah. No, he's
But that's anybody.
fantastic. Yeah.
But like outside of the storyline, you can't do that because that's probably like, the best thing on the show.
Yeah. No, absolutely. He just.
Although I do like Swerve. I just feel like he has to beat Bryan Danielson for that title reign to really cement
100%.
himself. And like I'm scared they're gonna put the belt on Bryan Danielson.
But
His
I thought he
career
was
is
leaving.
winding.
I thought this was the last.
That's the thing. I don't want them to stretch it out and him have like the rest of 2024 as like champion. I don't think it would make sense, and I think it would actually hurt Swerve.
I agree.
Yeah.
Unless there was a way, and I don't.
It's not a good Swerve.
Yo,
No.
John, honestly, I feel like if you put on like 50 to 100 pounds, you could totally pull off a great fat bastard impression, like Austin Powers style, and then really enter an AEW and just wear a cheetah thong. And just
I feel like if
be
I
the
just
only sumo wrestler from the South.
I feel like if I just painted myself red and orange, I could pull off the good Pizza Hut from Spaceballs impression.
If you painted yourself red and orange, some group would get offended by that some way, shape, or form. You're doing orange face. That's racist against Donald
Somebody
Trump.
is offended right now because of me. I guarantee you.
I hope.
If you're not offending somebody, you're not doing it right.
I hope
I
that
know.
someone's offended
I
by me
agree.
right now. I almost got beat up a few weeks ago for comedy. That was a lot of fun.
Ooh.
There was actually I'm not gonna tell that story.
Listen, I just want to say this. I
But it was
have
great.
never been slapped on stage, but I
deserved
just
it a
want to
little
say,
bit.
if you ever slap me, you are not Will Smith and I am not Chris Rock.
Oh yeah, no.
Do you know
No, if
the
anyone ever
closest-
gets offended to the sorry, I sorry to cut you off, but I
sorry.
need to put this out there.
Take my wife's name out your fucking...
That's what I was thinking.
Sorry to cut you. I need to put this out. If any comedian ever gets offended by any jokes that I say to the point where they feel the need to bring it to physical
better
violence,
keep fucking
you can
my
start the
wife's
fight.
mouth.
But I'm a dirty fighter. I'll grab your balls and twist them. You're a pussy. You can't take a joke. Get the fuck out of here.
Ooh.
All right,
Agree?
that's fair.
That's just facts.
Talk about-
100%.
That's if,
Talk about
if,
grabbing
if
balls
a
and
comedian
twisting, DJ
gets
got a hard on.
offended by a joke, what are you doing, pal? It's not the career for you. It's
Yo, could we talk about the Judgment Day imploding?
Yeah, but I like the new version though.
I do too.
The new version is so much more badass than with
I know, but
even Rhea and Damien.
I know, but like I like Rhea Ripley when she's ready to rip somebody's head off. Because I
Rhea
actually feel
Ripley.
scared for what's going to happen.
Rhea Ripley has a scary pussy.
She has a stinky pussy, one of the stinkiest ones. Her pH balance is very acidic.
That's why Dominic left her. It was a stinky pussy.
Stormy Daniels had an acidic pussy. I don't know that though. I only know that because my friend did it. I totally didn't fuck her.
You don't want a basic pussy. It'll leave a rash.
I don't want basic pussy. I don't want basic clean pussy. That's for boring normies. I need
No one
dirty-
understood the pH joke.
I want to see Hillary Clinton's stinky pussy. I want to see it. I want to lay under a glass table, have her hangover.
Oh, no.
Your rider's dying right
I
now.
want to see her pussy lips sag. I want to see Hillary Clinton, all of her pussy lips. I want to see all of her lips, even her third set of lips. People don't know about that one.
I'm going to be in the Hamptons.
Flap on flap on flap.
What a dog.
I'm going to be in the Hamptons all weekend this weekend. If I run into Hillary Clinton, I think I'm going to have to show her a clip of this interview. I think
Dude, if I ever run
Yeah,
into Hillary
she's going to
Clinton-
Epstein you in 2 seconds. You're going to find out. You're going to be
Dude.
hung in your living room or something.
Listen, Hillary Clinton.
I mean, I got a baby face. It might happen.
Hillary Clinton can try to kill me, but not before I eat that pussy.
Jesus Christ.
I wanna. I
Which one? That pussy or the pussy under that pussy?
I just want to be Eskimo Brothers with Moses. That's all I want in my life. And Hillary Clinton is the only person alive that can get me that if I need it.
He's a hairy bastard.
I am a hairy bastard. Oh shit, my shirt's still on. What the fuck?
How long does it usually take in these shows for him to
Very
take his
short.
shirt off?
Not a lot.
Longer, shorter than that.
Shorter
Actually,
than
it
this.
took him a
Wow.
while.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You know, you're a new guy, and I respect you.
You know what? You
I'm
know.
happy to be here.
You know what
I
it is.
appreciate you for coming. This
On the
is lovely.
second one, no, I'll probably leave mine on. But
On the
maybe,
second one, my dick's coming out.
Oh, well, now it's a party.
You know what it is.
Gotta sign a waiver,
Honestly,
though.
like I feel like because he took it off in the beginning, off camera, I feel like he put it back on because the reveal wasn't there and he just forgot about it.
No, I didn't forget.
But yeah, he fully Burt Kreischer'd you just now.
Don't you dare! I've been taking off my shirt since before Bert Kreischer even had a fucking name for himself. God damn
I
it. I've
gotta
been doing
do
this
it.
since I was 4.
I gotta do it. Who's Bert Kreischer? I have no idea who that is.
He's a
Oh, wow.
comedian who takes his shirt up on stage, and it's like his thing.
Oh, okay.
And
okay.
I've been doing it since I came out of my mother's pussy. So people are, you copying Bert Kreischer. Fuck that. Oh, if I make a burger, am I copying McDonald's? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking.
Listen, I just what was that thing I had at Miller's
I love
when we
Bert
were there a
Kreischer. God
second
bless
ago?
him.
It was the Zingers Mountain something.
Dude, aren't
It
their
was Mountain
zingers
Full of
That
awesome?
looked good.
Dude, it was so good.
I had a fry. It was a good
Miller's
fry.
Miller's Ale
It
House,
gave me a zinger.
for a chain. They are so good. Like the wings, the zingers, their prime rib on Thursdays. They're good, man.
God
Yeah,
bless him.
man. Yeah, no, I got like that mountain thing or whatever it was. It was good, man. The
Gene,
bacon,
you a Jersey
chicken,
guy also, or are
the
you from the
fries.
island?
I'm from Long Island, man. I grew up in Massapequa, lived in Long Beach the last 7 years, and then just moved back to Massapequa.
Okay, and how do you know these two maniacs?
You know, one of them slid into my DMs and got me
was
really
me.
excited, and that's what got me here today.
Yeah, he popped up on my feed.
Yeah, no, for once, John was the one sliding into other men's DMs.
Yeah, it's usually PJ. This time it was
Yeah.
me.
Though there's some of us. you
But
know,
PJ somehow still the one who took his shirt off.
Listen, man. John, all I'm saying is gay is okay. You can you don't have to be fearful. You can kiss men.
I'm just speaking facts right now. Your shirt is off.
As am I, queer.
No, both of you do stand up or no?
Yes.
He's a lot more active in it than I am.
Okay.
But yes.
See, I've only ever done stand up one time.
Dude, do it again.
And it was by pure accident, and you know, so okay, so you guys are from Jersey.
Yes.
Do you know like in the Poconos they have like those couples only like really You've been to those?
Yeah, the
you
one-
know,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
about Cove Haven and all those?
Yeah.
So years ago
Did you perform at one of
I
those?
did.
Get the fuck.
I did.
Holy shit.
did.
That's how he started going.
I
Yo,
did.
dude, I'm-
it got me, but it ended up being, quite lucrative, and then
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
not so much at the end. What happened was
He wasted it all.
I had bought a brand new SUV.
Which one? The one in Scranton or Whitehaven?
It was the Pocono Palace, Cove Haven Pocono Palace.
Oh, so one that I haven't even been to yet.
But it's like there's like
but he
5
knows
of
about
them
it.
or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm doing that one in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're all
in
close
August.
to each other. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're all close
yeah.
to each other. So what happened was me and I had. Oh, are we getting another caller?
No, Johnny's still on the line.
Oh, I thought there was another caller.
I think that's on Johnny's
Johnny,
end.
what the fuck are you
I was
doing?
like, do
Johnny
we have,
got
like,
a call while he's
hotline?
calling.
I like this idea of taking calls. So, what happened was I had just gotten an SUV. It was like snowing real bad. Me and whoever the heck I was dating at the time, we were like, I don't even know if we should go. And I was like, no, I have a new truck. Like, what's the worst that can happen? So we drove all the way from Long Island to the Poconos, get there, girl behind the counter. She's like, just so you know, you guys are getting 20% off on your room tonight. And I was like, well, that's really awesome. I said, but like this weekend's an expensive weekend. Like 2 nights, 3 days was like $900, almost $1,000. Wow. And I was like, what for? And she was like, oh, our entertainment canceled tonight. And then as I was like taking a sales call at the time I was in sales, I walked away. The girl I was seeing at the time, she starts talking to the girl behind the counter and says, oh, what was the entertainment? And she said, a comedian. And she said, you should hire him. He's a comedian. Ha ha, like jokingly. Well, next thing you know, she runs in the back, and the girl I was dating at the time calls me over, and she's like, James, I think I fucked up. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I just have a really bad feeling something's about to happen. I'm like, a bad feeling or a good feeling? And she's like, I don't know. It could be good or it could be bad. Well, we're at a all-inclusive couples resort. I'm like, well, whatever feeling it is, hold it till we get to the room. Like, don't let it go now. And she's like, no, something's about to happen. Well, next thing you know, this girl walks out of the back with a guy. He's about 4.5 feet tall, well over 200, maybe 250 pounds.
Oh fuck.
The only thing bigger than this guy's beard is this 25-gallon turban he's got on his head. And he waddles on over and he's like, excuse me, sir. He's got little T-Rex arms. He's like, excuse me, sir. Are you James and Sylvia? And I said, yes, and you must be the Sultan from Agrabah. I've seen you in the movie. And he's laughing, she's laughing, but girl's laughing, I'm laughing. And I'm like, I just made fun of this guy. And he's like, you're a comedian. I'm like, that's what they tell me, haha. And he said, if you will give us 30 minutes of stand-up tonight, we will comp your entire weekend.
30?
30 minutes, which is like not...
That's eternity for
But for me, I'm like 30 minutes doesn't seem too long, and I'm looking at this lobby, and I'm like, this lobby is not that big. Like this lobby, like we can make this happen. So I'm like, of course, and now I'm like joking around, everyone's laughing. We get outside, and I'm frozen, And the girl I'm with is like, are you okay? I'm like, no. She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, what the fuck am I going to talk about for 30 minutes?
Your first set was a 30-minute set?
Yeah.
God bless
Talk
America.
about
It wasn't. I'll tell you what happened, but it wasn't.
God bless.
So I end up all day on Friday. All I can do is stress about this, right? So we're not doing nothing. Like, literally, we're going to the bar. We're drinking. I'm going to do this completely hammered on Jameson, and we're going to make it work.
Good man.
And we get there, and the Sultan's waiting for us right on the magic carpet, right at the front of it. And he takes her down. He puts her first seat, front
Do
row.
you want to take it out?
Right? A whole new world. So he
Oh,
takes
new
shining, shimmering, splendid. And
Oh,
he
he's in
takes
a whole
me
new
around
world,
the
all
back.
right.
He takes me around the back, and he goes out. He's like, I'm going to warm them up. I go, great. And he goes out, and he does his whole shtick, right? Well, next thing you know, he says, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, you guys are going to tell me if this is a thing or not. Because
Okay.
I never knew if this was actually a thing. I hope it's not. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, he goes, you might have seen him on Last Comic Standing, Showtime, HBO. Completely bullshitting, by the way, because I've never done stand-up
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah, that's a total lie, right? And he calls me out, and I'm like, fuck that, I don't want to go. I'm like this. Well, he ends up getting me out there. I take the microphone, completely blacked out. Was supposed to go on there for 30 minutes. I was on stage for an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Which was eternity.
do you
They
remember
were
what happened?
flashing the light to get me to stop talking. I stopped talking. If there were 100 people in there, 99 of them wanted to shake my hand, take a picture with me, meet me after. Loved it. The whole place
Oh,
was
wow.
going crazy. Again, totally blacked out, went on a whim. There
You
was
don't
only
remember
one-
any of the set?
Oh, I do. I do.
Okay.
There was only one person that wanted nothing to do with me the rest of the weekend. Because
The
the
one
first
person that got offended.
45 minutes to an hour was about my relationship to that girl. And then the last 15 minutes was me explaining how I got to be on that stage and how blah, 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 which the Sultan did not believe, by the way. And on Saturday, she then wanted nothing to do with me because she was so upset.
This was the
woman you brought?
Girl you
Yeah,
were
the
dating.
girl I brought.
No!
So on Sunday,
But you just fucking killed! for
I
your
did.
first time!
I killed. So on Sunday when
You
I
deserve at least 2 dick sucks for that.
Well, you know what
At
they say.
least
Wait,
2.
you know what they say. They comped me for the weekend. You get what you pay for. I paid nothing, and I got nothing that weekend.
Fair.
And then what made it even worse, the little cherry on top, was on Sunday when we're at breakfast, and I'm finally like putting my hand like over the table, and I can touch just up to the wrist. Can't get really much more than that. These 2 very flamboyant gay men lock eyes, and they walk over, and the guy goes, "Excuse me, are you the comedian from the other night?" I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Oh my God, is this her? Is this the girl you're dating?" I'm like, "Unfortunately, yep, it is." And they both sit down on both sides and lecture her on how to please a man and how to be a good girlfriend.
You know what?
Yeah, so
Did it at least help?
did it help? No, it ended it.
no.
It
Well,
ended the
that
She
relationship,
definitely
is a
didn't help.
bitch and she's for the streets.
and that's
There-
why she's in the past. And that's
there-
why she's in the past.
There is a saying that to
Yeah.
keep a good man, you gotta suck his dick.
Well, I don't necessarily.
Now here's what I believe it, but not all the now there's some of it that was lost to the sands of time. To keep a man, you gotta please him. Which is true. But to keep a woman pleasing you, you gotta treat her like a goddamn queen.
That's fair.
Right? Treat her like a queen, you get your dick sucked every night. God bless America.
That's the hope, anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
that's what we're aiming for.
That's right.
I'm not mad at that at all.
Listen, figure out something with crypto. Buy her a Tesla.
I do.
Anal that night. Shit.
I do have to ask: is this maybe the origin story to Carousel of Entertainment somehow?
No, it wasn't. So basically,
That would have been so cool, though.
It would have been. Whenever you were like in elementary school or even middle school, did you ever have like a substitute teacher or maybe your teacher at like the end of like a school year? They would do like the Jeopardy board on the board. Like they would put up 5 categories, 1 through 500 points, and you
Yes,
play.
sir.
Like
Yeah.
So I used to love that stuff to the point where like I'd be home with my family after Sunday dinner, like I'd want to do something like that on like a piece of oak tag, and I always loved it. And then my buddy Paul and I, we would go out to trivia nights in the city. Whenever I would work in the Bronx, I'd shoot out there, and I was like, if somebody ever made this moderate instead of incredibly difficult, where half the people leave because they just don't get it, and the other half people leave because they feel like shit because they don't know any of this crap.
Yeah.
Like, if you just made it moderate and fun and interactive, you can make a killing. So, coming out of the pandemic, I decided I'd give it a shot. And there's a tremendous 5-star caliber. It should be a Michelin restaurant if it's not already down in Long Beach called Five Ocean right on the water. And the owners were like, hey, we want to do this. I was like, you know what? I need something to do to get me out of the house, and I've always wanted to give this a shot. And I did it. And it caught on. And it's been incredible. I always thought of it as a side hustle. I never thought of it 3 years later that it would turn into the business that it's become. But it's been incredible.
That's dope,
dude. That's amazing, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome to hear. I mean, tell us about some of the events that you have coming up. You said you've got one on Thursday.
Naked karaoke?
You know what? It's not naked karaoke. I have had people request, believe it or not, and I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, like
maybe
we did have one place one time say to us, we want to do like a adults, something around porn, sex. Like we want to do that type of trivia game night.
Swingers are cool, bro.
Followed by like a karaoke clothing option. Like it was a crazy request. And what we try to do is like we try to keep it more like where if like families can come.
Yeah,
right.
That's fair.
We try not to.
That makes sense for you.
Yeah, we try not to like even if like one time we were giving away Taylor Swift tickets, Eras Tour in Farmingdale, right?
Yeah, boo.
And it's a bar, and I knew, you were going to get some teenagers with their parents or whatnot that were going to come. And, we have regulars, and we had a family come, and the bouncer, great guy, but immediately was like, obviously you're not allowed in. And I went and I spoke to him, and I said, listen, our events, family friendly, we want families to be able to come.
Yeah.
Make it where instead of, a drink minimum, make it where they have to order food. The kids have to order food. Or
just
whatever.
hire a drag queen and let her read a book.
Well, there you go.
That should make it more than kid friendly.
Which I will tell you, the best drag queen you can hire on Long Island. She does an incredible, whatever the right pronoun is, does an incredible music bingo, puts on an incredible show, is Ivy Stalls. And that might be somebody.
I've heard the name.
Yeah, and that might be somebody who you may want to get in here for a podcast.
Oh, I'd do that.
Because
I'm so down.
Incredible.
Drag brunch at Governor's Comedy Club?
Yeah.
It sounds fucking amazing.
Would you go to the drag brunch, Tony?
No.
Well, you'd be missing out because
Tony,
again,
what if I
they
gave
do
you a
an
wig and I
incredible
paid
job.
for high-end Sephora makeup for you?
We're going to make Tony the drag queen?
What if I got you a bedazzler for your leg?
I think I like the idea.
Might be the funniest thing you've ever said in here.
Wow.
Ask me the glitter beer or nothing.
I don't know if you saw it, but like
You heard
Tony,
that
when he
glitter
was
or nothing.
when he was thinking about that, he just slowly lowered his microphone, like here it comes, and then he just dropped the bomb. Funniest thing you've ever said in here. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Oh, man. But yeah, I would totally pay to see Tony in a glitter beard. 1,000%.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wrong for that, but
No, glitter beard is fine. I'm still sticking on. I want to buy him a bedazzler gun for the leg. I think that'd be amazing. Can you imagine that? And then imagine you start hanging from the ceiling like one of those trapeze artists, and then we spin you around and use your leg as a disco ball. I think that's the most inclusive thing we could do.
so here's the thing. I feel like we got to kind of give him some context here.
Okay.
So the first time we were on the air with Tony, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't realize he had a prosthetic leg. And we started talking about a friend of ours who is in a wheelchair. He's a comic also.
Okay.
And I've one of the funniest dudes I've ever seen in my life. Dude spit so many fire jokes, I'm pretty sure I've called this man Hot Wheels before. But we start talking about him. Tony tells us about somebody else, and then, we get like through the conversation. He was like, do you guys want to see something really cool? Just like on the air. I was like, yeah, sure. Like, let's see it. Let's go for it. Spins around in the chair. Whips his leg out upside down. I was like, what just happened? Because I had no idea that he had a prosthetic before that.
See, I'm gonna make a suggestion because I wish you had done this to me.
He just whipped it out like cacao.
I think whenever
Got his bedazzle gun out. Boom!
this is my suggestion. I think whenever you have a first time guest on going forward, first time guest,
Yes.
who does not know that about him,
Throw it at him.
you should have him just out of nowhere, middle of the pod, randomly pull it off and completely shock the guest and see how the guest recovers.
That's up to him if he wants to do
If
that.
he feels
I've done it.
comfortable.
I've
If he
done it.
feels comfortable.
If he's okay with it,
I
sure.
personally think it'd be funnier.
Everybody else is known, so
I personally think it'd be funnier if same scenario. They didn't know he had a leg. He had a leg. Had a prosthetic leg, right? They say something a little off color, right? Whip off that leg and just bitch slap him with your shoe. Have you ever slapped someone with your leg? I'm very curious. Have you ever been like, oh fuck you, and then you kick him in the face, but with the prosthetic?
I really, I'm just kind of wondering what the hell is wrong with you. That's really what it was.
he wonders that every day. Like, we act like this is the first time now. This is the most involved, though, I think I've ever seen Tony.
Well,
I love it, though. I'm
it's
not
your
mad at
show. I'm not getting. I don't want to get in the way. It's your show.
It's beautiful.
I like it when he gets involved. No, because here's the thing. Like, we talked about that before, and the person that produces the other show, Ruben, he'll like kind of like step in whenever, but like Ruben's really funny about it. Like, he'll step in with like a sound bite, he'll make a comment, and it's a fun time.
Listen, he's beautiful. He's bald. He's got bald in the front. He's got a ponytail. I usually tell him he got Bezos in the front, party in the back.
Listen,
he
he's
pulls it
got-
off phenomenally.
He's got a glitter beard.
Oh my
He's Jeff Bezos in the front, and Ivy Stahl's in the rear, or at the bottom. That's the
Hell
first time
yeah.
I did that. I gotta work that one in. But
That's
like that
exactly
you're
why
working
I
on
don't get
yourself.
involved right there. 'Cause I
oh man,
fucking
I think we were about to talk about like some of the events that were coming up.
Yeah,
and
yeah, we kind of
got sidetracked a little bit.
So if you follow us on Instagram at Carousel of Entertainment, our highlights show Monday through Sunday. You can click through those highlights and see all the different schedules of all the different places we're at. Monday night, that place 5 Ocean, the OG, first place we ever started. Like I said, the most incredible food. Their Mondays, Tuesdays, right over here, 5 minutes away at RC Dugan's. We're also at Curry Club now, which is out in Port Jeff. Wednesday night, we'll be at the Good Life, Massapequa on Park Boulevard. We're doing a Disney night, 90s, 2000s Disney.
He
where
does like
everyone
his
that
Disney.
shows up gets free Mickey ears and Minnie ears. And it's going to be a party. So we have a ton of really good events.
We did talk
coming
about the fact that Ryder is a big Disney fan. He doesn't have to get involved, but what is your favorite Disney movie? Now that we're on here, you.
You know, mine, it's got to
My
be The
sister
Lion
gave
King. It's got to be The Lion King.
Okay, that's
Go!
top 3 for me.
Yeah, it's got to be The Lion King.
I feel like Johnny kind of wanted to tell us his
No,
Johnny, what was yours?
My what?
Disney movie.
Oh, my favorite Disney movie?
Yeah, bro.
Schindler's List.
Fuck you! That was gonna be
Jesus
my answer, you
Christ.
piece of shit.
Oh my God.
What the fuck? That was gonna.
I was just
you
gonna
piece
say
of shit.
I was just gonna say Aladdin, but
I was gonna say Schindler's List. Actually, I was gonna say Schindler's Fist because that's a porn. That's the porn parody.
Hey, it could have been even worse.
Oh, Johnny,
There's Schindler's List.
Johnny,
Oh,
I'm
my
not.
sister's
I'm not
favorite.
even mad. I'm very happy that our retardedness synced up for a second there.
Jeez.
Oh,
I was gonna say Schindler's List.
Lion King though.
Private Ryan.
Mine is Aladdin. Lion King is top 3 for me.
100%.
Number 2 in between those is Moana, for me.
Really?
See,
I like Moana.
Okay,
I like
like
Moana.
Moana.
There's something about Encanto from like the recent Disney movies. Encanto, mwah.
Encanto, I think
Grace likes it.
Encanto's different. I think that's what kind of makes Encanto stand out.
Lin-Manuel
It's
Miranda
different.
is
Yeah.
what makes Encanto stand out.
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
is baller.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. My top 3. Like, okay, so if you had a Mount Rushmore of Disney movies, 4 Disney movies, you would said you'd have... well, yeah, because
Well,
Mount Rushmore's 4, right? Unless you're Nancy
My
Pelosi and want to add
favorite.
Biden and make it 5, which makes no
I
sense.
gave
So,
my favorite. If
4.
I were to put Mount Rushmore, I would take Moana off.
Okay, so
don't
if
think
you were going to
that's-
do your Mount Rushmore, your 4 top Disney... like, for Mount Rushmore, 4 Disney
Yo,
movies.
Lion King should
Princess
be,
and the
Lion King
Frog
should be there.
slept on. Music,
Yes.
fire.
Amazing movie. It's not going to be anywhere near Mount Rushmore. Maybe we'll give it a monument. But
Oh,
we're-
no.
You know what? What if we just give it the most iconic Disney World ride? We'll just give it Splash Mountain and turn it into a ride. How about
Lion King.
Yo.
that? Wait, can we
Aladdin.
talk about that for a second?
I-
Because that's hilarious.
All
Okay.
joking aside, I
Real quick.
in defense of the refurb from Splash Mountain into Tiana's Bayou Adventure. Yes, the movie's problematic, but which is not the main reason it was being redone.
I understand.
The main reason is one, it's such an outdated IP. Most of the kids didn't know who the hell the characters were.
I agree. Wait, can I tell you something? I love the fact that it's Prince and the Frog. I love the ride. I think they did it beautifully. I have no problem with them taking an old IP. You know, everyone loved Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, right? Everyone loved the submarine, Seven Seas Lagoon, whatever you called it. I have 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. But things get outdated, you remove them. That's not my problem with it. This is my problem with the whole Splash Mountain
That's
thing.
what they did with blackface and TV. It
Yep.
got outdated. They got rid of it.
They did. Shout out Joy Behar. But this is my issue, okay? So, if you've been to Walt Disney World, which I think we all have, right?
Yeah.
There are 5 lands.
Yes.
Adventureland, Frontierland, Tomorrowland, Fantasyland,
Pussyland.
and then there's, Main Street USA and whatever, right? Every Disney World, every princess that is featured in Walt Disney World, in Magic Kingdom, is featured in Fantasyland.
It's a fucking
Every single one is featured in Fantasyland. There isn't a Disney princess in Tomorrowland, in Frontierland, or Adventureland. They're all in Fantasyland. What you did was you took the only African-American princess, you took her out of Fantasyland with all the other princesses, and you shoved her in the back of the park and gave her her own ride.
They
Table
Rosa
flip.
Parks to Tiana?
I'm just saying.
That's fucked up.
Instead of saying,
I was thinking of the
rise
back of
up.
the bus.
instead of saying, we have Fantasyland, it's huge, we got 2 Dumbo rides. Why? You only need one. Let's take something and give her her own ride. No, let's take her out and segregate her to the back of the park. Meanwhile, I'm going to double down on this. Meanwhile, there is a Disney female who's not currently represented, whose movie, literally her most iconic scene is her going down a log, down a waterfall. And would make sense in Frontierland because of cowboys and Indians, and that's Pocahontas. So why didn't you do it to
Damn.
Pocahontas?
I thought
You know
you-
why?
I thought
Because
you were
she's
saying
not.
Kamala Harris.
Because she's not marketable.
But also, people will be more offended because they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is the whitewashed version of."
Oh,
Pocahontas,
fucking
yada,
Disney
yada,
people
yada."
love getting offended.
Oh,
Shut the
oh.
fuck up.
Yes, they
Just
do.
saying.
Not
Sorry,
you.
had
I'm
to
talking
do
about
that.
Disney
Anyways,
people in
Johnny, what
general.
were you saying?
Yes.
He was saying something about an Indian going down on a log. I thought he was talking about Kamala
Native
Harris.
Americans going down a log, Johnny. Don't you dare. How dare you?
PJ's become a fucking Disney mom.
Yeah, I leaned into it.
You would be a handsome woman. It's okay.
Disney soccer
So
mom.
you were saying you're Mount Rushmore. What are your
Okay.
4?
So I think Mount Rushmore, Lion King, Aladdin, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast.
Frozen?
Those are good. Those are
That's a good Mount Rushmore.
What are you,
That's
Orange
an excellent
Arcade,
Mount
bro?
Rushmore. I think the only one. Ooh, it would be hard to even push back on Frozen because Frozen is
It's
iconic.
that iconic.
It's iconic. The only debate I would have is between Frozen and Fantasia. Because I feel like
I feel like Fantasia doesn't count. Fantasia's one of their like symphony movies. And also there's 2.
I
You
know
could
that-
put Fantasia in it, but I feel like a
right?
lot of people would
No, I
sleep
agree
on
with yours.
Fantasia.
I agree. But I agree with you because I think that touches all generations, and those are probably the 4 most iconic films.
Nah,
Yeah.
The Incredibles, yo. Tell me
Fun-
you don't fuck
fun
with The
fact
Incredibles.
about-
No
That's
capes.
more Pixar.
Fun fact about The
It's
Incredibles:
Disney Pixar.
the Incredibles was the first Disney animated film / Pixar film.
Okay.
I'm sorry, no, I'm going to get that wrong. It was the first Pixar film. First Pixar film to be rated above a G. It was rated PG because of the violence in it. And that's one of the reasons why it took so long to make a second one. It's
'cause of the choking
because
scenes.
Disney was not a fan that it was rated PG. They wanted to keep everything G with Pixar. But then finally they broke and made a second one like 10, 12 years later. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yo.
eventually they're gonna break because people wanted it.
Incredibles.
Oh,
those
totally.
are- Yo,
Y-
listen.
it's amazing when you host trivia for 3 years how much useless knowledge you just absorb
Oh my
yeah.
god, I can
from
imagine.
facts,
I don't
So-
Great.
So do you do karaoke? I thought it was just karaoke.
No,
for a
it's
second.
game show nights, it's trivia, it's music bingo, it's karaoke. We have an incredible artist who does paint nights. We actually have a new thing we're doing, which is a dating game. Which is a lot of fun, and we're rolling that out in the fall. So we're going to be casting for that soon. We already started a while ago, but now we're going to really get into it.
I think that's actually a good way to segue.
Yeah.
We only have about 5 minutes, so we got to do this quick. But what are a couple of drunk stories that you have? Because I'm sure a lot of people, when they do karaoke, they, take in some alcohol beforehand, get themselves up on stage.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about some different drug stories in the car. I remember this was like 4 months after I met Ryder. Started walking down the stairs backwards, got to the last step, fell down, broke his ankle on the one step.
Wow.
In my defense, I had been drunk for like 2 days straight.
I mean, that's a champion right there.
Oh, I was drinking with him.
We were around
I
know he is.
days.
But I could do that because the last time I've seen him really drunk, he threw up on my floor.
Have you
I don't
drank?
even remember that day.
Have you-
We were outside and then I just suddenly woke up in the bed. I don't know.
Yeah, because Abby took you into the bed.
I love that.
I didn't
That really
want
is
to
a
touch
beautiful
you.
night.
I was outside and then I woke up in bed. I'm like,
Have you drank around the world in Epcot?
I have not.
You need to do that.
I have not been to Disney since I was under 20.
You need to go to Epcot and drink around the world.
Yeah, no, you.
Okay, I just put my phone on mute to take care of something here at my personal job, and the minute I take it off mute, the first thing I hear is, "Did you ever drink cum at Epcot?"
Just drink at Epcot in general.
Yeah, just drink around the world showcase.
You're swallowing something, but it's alcohol.
Drinking.
Yeah,
I thought I heard
drinking
something
around the world. Yeah, it's incredible.
else. I thought I
But
heard something else.
I gotta
yeah,
check that. I'd have to check that out. I mean, I haven't been to Disney since I was like 7, but
I go every year. Actually, when I did my trip when I was in Paris, I went to Disneyland Paris.
oh,
It's
nice,
incredible there. Yeah, they've got the Avengers campus. They've got a lot of really cool stuff there.
Yeah, but I do want to ask, like, what's like the one drunk person memory that like you can remember off the top of your head before we go?
Oh man. All right.
Because I've been dying to ask.
Yeah, no, and okay. So I'm gonna just kind of give clips. We had one woman. She should have never been served. She probably should have never been allowed in.
Good.
But she wanted to sing. There was no way in hell I was going to give this woman a microphone with the way she was acting. And she grabbed one of the flyers when you first walk into the restaurant, curled it up into a ball, lit it on fire,
Nice.
and was waving a fireball around the bar until we had to physically force her out of the bar. I had another person down in
Fireball.
exactly. I had another person who, again, this was another place that went out of business, but it was in Long Beach. This person, again, should never have been served. Was not well. Came up, and I was refusing to let them sing, and they started to roar and move like a dinosaur,
Yeah.
like a T-Rex. Swear to God, like making whatever the noises were, walking, doing this, like.
That usually happens. That's usually what happens when people my age don't get what they want.
So
I'm
No,
21.
this woman was old enough to be your mother. I mean, this woman was older, but
Ooh, crazy pussy. I like
crazy, absolutely crazy. But I've had people fight over the microphone.
that. That's hot.
nice.
I've had people fight over the microphone.
I
Did
believe
you make
that.
a mud wrestle for it?
I just kind of sit down and just let the worst singer win, I guess. I don't know. But I'm trying to think of like
My side job,
Hilarious
I work
moment.
at my side job. I work as a lifeguard at a gym, and a lot of the clientele is older because they work with a hospital.
yeah.
I've seen people fight over pool noodles, like
That's
old
amazing.
ladies. Like I've seen them like hit each other with them
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah,
It's
it's
insanity.
It's crazy. I don't have many like crazy things that have happened hosting these events because I think we do a really good job of like maintaining them and keeping it, for a family.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
I will tell you when you're, I was somebody that was, probably from for most of my life, I was in bed, like adult life, I was in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock, no TV on, loved going to bed early, waking up early, well, trying to at least.
Yeah.
Like being out most nights now, and being out late in bars and restaurants, you just see what comes out after a certain time. And that's what your parents meant when they said nothing good happens after that time. Because I don't know where these people are all day. But at night, they just
pop out somehow.
They just pop out.
Spawn at sundown.
Yeah. But,
like a whole new different species spawns at sundown.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
No, but dude, I got to tell you, man, I appreciate you being on here so
Loved
much.
Loved it.
I'm glad
dude,
you had
great.
fun.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
You know, I had a great time. PJ loves to have comics on the show, and I'm trying to get him to see like the value of like bringing like other people on the show.
You're in it for radio. I'm in it for comedy.
But dude,
well, next time.
This was fit.
Let me ask you a question. Next time, if I come back, if you guys ask me back, I have 2 buzzers, possibly 3, maybe even 4. I would love to give you guys each a buzzer and ask you some trivia questions. And I have an adults only, 18 over game that I think you'd appreciate. It might involve you taking your pants off. Whatever you want to hit that buzzer with, you hit that buzzer with.
Tony, can I take my pants
I think
off,
we
but
could have a
leave
little bit of
my
fun next
underpants
time. I think we'd have a little bit of fun next time.
Leave the underpants on. I'm civil. I'm a gentleman. What do I got on today?
Person that's going through.
I got on the black. I got on the black Hanes underwear. I'm strapping today.
Strapping young man over here. But anyways, once again, thank you for being on. I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate it.
James, Carousel of Entertainment here on Governor's Radio. This is the Jersey Stench. Make sure you guys come back. We will be here September 13th. Carla Okerson is supposed to be coming on. Hopefully she's able to make it, but we will be back. Subscribe to Governor's Comedy Club podcast on YouTube. Just past 1,500 subscribers themselves. And subscribe to Hot Tag Takes with Johnny Sharp and Friends. We've just passed, again, 2,700 subscribers. We're getting close to 3K, y'all. Help us hit that for the next time we come in here.
Follow me on Instagram at the PJ Morin. And where can people find you online?
At Carousel of Entertainment on Instagram and also Facebook.
Beautiful.
Yeah, buddy.
And you can find Michelle Obama at Michelle Obama.
Jersey Stench on Gov's Radio. We out.
Thanks,
my
guys.
fellow Americans, we're out of here.